Hi, my name is Arlie. This is Arlie Tarot, and I have a collective reading today for. It is about a divine connection of some kind. Probably 100% love, 100%, not probably 100% love. It's definitely about the Emperor, this person. Obviously not just about him, but what's coming through here is a story about someone, this Emperor, which not gender specific, is refusing to accept the 10th cup. So they are surrounded, or by. All right, let me backtrack. The reason why the cards are like this is because this reading actually came to me yesterday, but I was in a public place. And I had this deck with me. This is a different deck that I pulled up the cards and put them out how they came out. But this is the original deck that told me this story, which is my very, very old deck. The oldest deck that I have. 111 could be significant. I just want to give like a little bit of introduction to this. Bear with me, it's a long introduction that has messages at the same time, but it's a little bit of a mix of things. And the reason why this energy is coming out like this, it's honestly because this person has a lot to tell you that they haven't, or a lot to like accept that they haven't integrated themselves, to then be able to like process it emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. I mean, it's all here. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, if you will, physically, right? These energies about the physicality of things too. Emotionally, yeah, there's a lot to process here that hasn't been processed, which is why it feels like it's all jumbled up. And as the layers of this are peeled away, if you will, maybe the layers of the message, but the layers of what's happening here, what's being digested, understood, the information that keeps coming in towards this person, that they seem to be refusing, right? All of that, it's like all jumbled together. And it comes also, this energy, this person feels like an overthinker. When I tell you, you are dealing, I don't feel like this is you. I mean, you could be watching this, and this could be about you if you are this person, if I'm describing you, but I don't think that I am. I think whoever my audience here is the person who is in the receiving end of communication and acceptance of this person, right? That they are communicating about because they've been receiving it from the divine. Okay, all of that to say, right? So I was just at a cafe, having my little treat of the weekend, and I always bring my cards with me, and I shuffle and I see what comes out, and sometimes I just shuffle and bring cards out, and stuff is for me, or sometimes I'm like giggling because I feel like I pick up on the energies of the day that I've had or the people that are around me. I just see what the cards want me to see, basically, right? That was just what I was doing. And then this reading came about, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And I was literally like, it came out of nowhere. So I have proof that this was from yesterday because I took pictures. It's on my phone, but I'm recording on my phone, but I put them on my iPad. So at 5:10 p.m. yesterday is when this reading was complete, because I started to pull cards, right? You can see it on there. And not that you need the proof, but this is literally the energy. This is the, sorry that that's shaky, but yeah, this is literally the energy of this. It's like this person, it's like not just an overthinker or someone that likes facts, and they're fact checking themselves. They're making sure that they're being, there's a certain way of like structuring their behavior, especially when it comes towards this, that they need to like put to the side, and they need to receive something, but they refuse to, but it's like the last little drop that needs to be implemented into this like even them themselves, they have a formula or something for their life, or how things should be going, and the process that they're living through, or their journey themselves, right? There's a lot of like energy that the energy that wants to like propel forward, and then at the same time it's like they take this but refuse part of the message, and then that sets them back. I'm being called to these two right now, how they're facing this way, and everything else is just trying to actually come this is coming in, this is coming in, this is coming in, right? So it wants to reach them, but it's not reaching them somehow, some way. It might be some kind of block that they're dealing with. That could be it. We'll look into that part. But yeah, so at first, the first cards that came out were these. These were the cards that came out. And right off the bat, when I saw this, I was like, the message is so clear. This person, right? And in the 3D of things, they're receiving some kind of communication, information from the divine, and they receive it in this energy of the King of Pentacles, which is a really good energy. It's an energy that, in my opinion, would take this information and make it flourish, make it add to their life and to their, what is it? Like they would integrate it, right? But somehow they're over here refusing it. They're refusing whatever this is, right? Because those three cards came out first. And then these came out, and I was like, oh, well, I see that clearly now. Again, this is not a Four of Cups. This is actually the Nine of Cups. They're the same card, same energy, and they're still refusing, right? They feel accomplished. They feel accomplished. They feel established. They feel established, right? All of that is trickling into the reality that the universe is saying, yes, 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 king, queen, whoever it is, you're doing it. But you're still refusing the cup that completes this card. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just imagine the cups are lined up over here. In the 3D, this person is satisfied, but not satisfied completely. And the reason why I want you to know that these two are the same people is because, do you see those shoes? Do you see those shoes? Yeah, this is the same person. This is so interesting. Okay, anyways. My show and tell with my little iPad is hilarious. But yeah, I was like, why are I'm seeing these two cards completely different, right? Because I feel like the cups are lined up, right? The cups are lined up and they're refusing the 10th cup. Why are you refusing the completeness of this? The things that are trying to complete your life. And then this card, right? So this and this, right? Something incoming, and it's almost like they want to grab that truth and bring it back. They don't want it. They're like, oh no, actually return that for me. I don't want that, whatever that is. Their mind instantly refuses it. There's something about the logical side of things that it's making them like not see the complete truth, honestly. All right. So then then I added another layer. I pulled out 2 more cards, and they ended up over here and over here. And everything, what was really interesting that along the reading, I kept rearranging the cards. And I usually don't do that. Like if you ever watch one of my readings, or if I do a reading for someone, it's usually as the cards come out, I kind of let them tell a story, but I don't mix and match. Like I don't do that, but I was called to do that in this case, and this is how it ended up playing, because it's like a whole movie. It's like a whole thing, right? And I find that interesting too, because as I got more cards, aka more information was coming through, I was able to piece the things together, which I think, okay, is what this person is really doing. I don't think they're refusing so much as they are actually digesting and like trying to understand what this information that just came in is, because they feel like it could be very disruptive to their environment that they've created. You see how this king is in the middle here of all of it? I realize that now. But yeah, this person does feel very established. I mean, if you look at these cards, even with this, that's a little this could be a little overall, this is a great spread. It really is. But then I'll show you my confirmation and my proof about what I initially felt, that it's just a refusal of love, a refusal of a connection, a refusal of union, a refusal of their divine counterpart. It's not even a refusal, because it's not like you're being put in front of this person like this cup, like, or maybe quite literally that is what's happening. You are literally being placed in front of this person, in their environment, in their vicinity, in their line of vision, in their mind, in their dreams. You're being put there constantly so that they can like dig in, find the things that they need to find out about this so that they can move on. Either take the cup or refuse it, but refuse it with knowledge, not from a place of lack, from a place of worry, from a place of not understanding even why you're refusing the things that you are refusing, right? This person wouldn't act in that way anyways. If they say no to something, they know why they're saying no. If they say yes, they know why they're saying yes, which is what it's really kind of like, it not bothers me. It's more of like the divine is like, it irks a little bit, right? In the sense of, why are you not just, if you want information and you want to make an informed decision, my guy, my person, whoever this is, allow the information to come through. Don't deny yourself happiness and the 10th cup to your 9 of cups when it's literally being shown to you, right? So the confirmation for me is at the end, when I had all of this spread out, I was like, okay, I want to see what's at the bottom of the deck. And the bottom of the deck had this. And what I wrote for this, the 10 of Cups confirmation, right? What I wrote for this, and I put them over here. I'll lower the camera so you can see. It's just, it doesn't fit all of it doesn't fit. But yeah, I put them here because it makes sense, right? It makes sense. What this says to me is that, yeah, they're literally very stressed, very anxious, losing sleep and worried about you and about this connection and about union and about coming together and about just expressing their love to you, being happy. I don't know how this is stressful to someone, but you see it. It is somehow. And I also wrote afraid and worried about your intuition as well. And about the 10 of Cups. I don't know why would someone be afraid about the 10 of Cups, but this is how twisted this person's kind of emotions are at the moment. I think it's also the Hierophant being here. Okay. Let me explain how I see this as well, because I'm seeing it today a little bit better. I see this as like, let's say this is the 3, like I was saying, this is the 3D, right? I feel like this is the 3D, and then down here and up here, it's the divine. I would say the other dimensions that are around us. And when I tell you this person's getting it from all angles, right? And the fact that possibility for union is here on the 3D. It's probably very stressful. Okay, so yeah, we go from the top trickling back, right? The top is trickling down. The Hierophant being connected to the divine, having the key to understanding things, unlocking certain information that you need, literally is being the activator of this 8 of Wands, right? Communication, fast movement, communication, and also fast movement, fast as night in the deck, right? And then the energy being halted, completely halted by the moon. This energy being halted by the moon. Why? Because probably what's coming up is very triggering to their shadow. And it would make sense. I don't want to say this is the shadow realm, because I was kind of like, okay, up, middle, down, but it's not so much about that. This could be like in their internal world, right? So it is triggering to the divine masculine energy, because they think they're in divine masculine energy here, and they are up to a certain extent. I think that they are, but are they finalized, like the final boss? No, this is the final boss. This is all the kings right here. So this energy is telling them you have not just the opportunity for union with this person, not just the opportunity of love, commitment, fulfillment, happiness, but you also have the possibility of leveling up. And that could be it, honestly. Just because we all want to level up doesn't mean that when the opportunity is presented to us, we might feel like we are not ready, or it might trigger us and be like, oh, I'm not worthy of it. And that could definitely be what's happening here. A sense of worthiness could be significant. The triggers around worth wounds, okay? And then after I had like pulled all the cards, took the picture, put my deck away in my little carrier that my brother got me, I realized I left a card on the table, and the card was this card, the Page of Wands. So I was like, okay, I'll add the Page of Wands to the reading. I didn't do it with the picture, but I did it when I got home. I was like, okay, let me pull all of it out. And where does this go? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know where it goes. I think it's over here. It's after this whole process happens. Honestly, part of the trigger is also them knowing that they have to start over again or something like that. Maybe like choosing this connection and pursuing it has to do with starting over in some aspects. And it definitely does, because there's a choice to be made. There's a choice to be made, right? But I feel like the foundation's already done. That's the other thing, because the 4 here is about foundation, and so is all of the 4s are about foundation. So if we have a 4 of Cups, it's telling me surrounded by the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Like I said, a trickle-down effect, and honestly crowned by Temperance. It feels like this person does have the emotional maturity. They have the foundation, the emotional foundation to follow through and do this. So what is the disconnect? We're gonna ask. This deck is fresh, is rested. I took it out just to layer on top, so we will layer, okay? And then you have the 4 of Wands, which tells me that, again, they are also ready. They've set foundations are ready for this love to come in, for this energy of like wearing your heart on your sleeve, being fully open, bringing the sun and happiness into this. And the choice is there. Like it's up for grabs. And I want to know why it's not being seen in that way, or it's not being felt in that way. It feels like, what it feels like is, I'm just gonna put these on top because I want to see if the same cards keep coming up, so just bear with me for a second. I was gonna say that it feels like, to them, it feels like a punishment. It feels like you're making me regress. You're making me, and this is not them talking about you. It's them talking to the divine and like their spirits, the spirit guides or God, if that's how they roll, and they don't roll with saying the divine and the universe and all of that. Whoever it is that they pray to, they have a connection with, because they do. They do. The energy of the Hierophant and the energy of the High Priestess, they are divine counterparts, right? And eventually, honestly, this is what we're talking about here. So yeah, they feel like that this is setting them back in some kind of way. It's like, oh, I'm gonna have to start all over again. But little do they know, they're not really starting over. They're just starting. Okay, how do I? It's like you've been running, you know, that in your journey, right? Let's say your this life journey. I'm gonna put it in a very simple way that it's coming to mind that makes me understand it too. Okay, so let's say in this incarnation, you were supposed to walk 20 miles to get to the point of having that Emperor energy anchored into your reality, and you feeling like you're comfortable with that, being that Emperor energy, right? Embodying that, being that, you're it, period, done. That doesn't mean that it doesn't come without work daily, but you know, it takes 20 miles to get there, you know? And the 20 miles really span a period of maybe 35 years. And some people do it faster, some people do it slower. But at the end of the day, you have to go through cycles, right? 1 mile at a time, sometimes 5 miles at a time, whatever it is, right? They think that because they are starting a new mile, they're perceiving that as starting all over again. But little do they know, they're at mile 19, about to close that cycle if they decide to do it. Let's say 10 miles, because we have the 10 of cups. They're at mile 9, about to finish it. Yes, they're starting all over again, but it's the final round, my guy. Like, yes, you're starting anew, but you're starting anew on the last mile. They've done this before. Like, I don't understand. I'm gonna try to understand. I don't get why there's hesitation about starting all over again, because it feels like this person has evolved so many times in their life. The tower coming out here and flipping over like this, because I also got the tower in that reading. I just never pulled it out. It didn't feel right, but it was at the bottom of the deck at one point. I actually have the photo pulled up, so I'll show you. I mean, the reading could have been this small and it would still be the same message probably, but I like to understand things. So that's why there's so many cards here, and there's gonna be more. Here we go. I want to focus a little bit more on why it sounded like I said moron, and I said more on. What is that? That's weird. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm noticing that. And I don't say the word moron either. That's not what I say. Like, I would never call anybody that. Anyways, we're sidetracking. What are we? There's like a message being postponed, or like there's something about a delay here that is self-inflicted. And it even bothers this person too. It's like, why can't I just do this? Why can't I just, what's stopping me? There's something, they're in that final stage, you know, the final overthinking stage. Also a 9, right? It's either, okay. The thing is, yeah, that is the thing, right? Okay. At the same time that this person is at a 9 of Cups energy, they're ready for the 10 of Cups. We have to look at the fact that they are also in the 9 of Swords energy. And this Ace of Swords is coming in to finalize this. And what is the 10 of Swords? Literally someone dead on the ground, 10 swords on their back. Literally the cycle is over. Do they need to start anew? 100%. Of course they do. Of course they do. Just like after a tower, we saw the tower, right? Just like after a tower, the tower leaves you with bare minimum. And it leaves you with bare minimum because it only leaves behind what really is working out for you, the foundation that you said that is actually working, because what has been built here wasn't. Okay? And that, I think, has to do, it might have to do not take this if it doesn't resonate. It could be for you, it could not be for you. Remember, we're reading for a collective. This person, look at the Emperor back here again. This person could have to finalize maybe some kind of connection that they're in to start anew with you. And that could be what's kind of like making them overthink this. Okay. And if it's not a connection, because that's not for everybody, and you'll know if that's for you, okay? And it's not about, you know, he's gonna leave his wife, he's gonna leave his girlfriend, they're gonna leave their partner in general. Like, for me, it's not about that. I don't think you'll think that's a win either. That's not what the divine is even suggesting here. They're saying, if you are unhappy, if you are unfulfilled, we are trying to give you the opportunity for happiness, the opportunity for fulfillment, but it will come at a cost. It will seem like a cost to them. It's not so much a cost, because if you think about it, what has been lost has already been lost, which is why it's not working out in the first place, right? So whether this applies to an actual relationship that's happening or just some other aspect in their life that they're kind of refusing to let go of, even though that cycle is clearly done or it's about to be. It's either, you know, like it's very popular right now that everybody's like, oh, I don't, the memes online about, I don't do politics, and then someone saying, brother, politics is going to be doing you. Literally. Not that it's about politics, but let's apply that to here. It's like, oh, I don't want to make choices. I don't want to do this again. I don't want to start over again. And the divine is saying, you either follow through because you need to, you said you would, or we're going to do it for you. That's when the tower steps in. That's why the tower is not out here, because they're giving this person a chance to step up, quite literally. And this energy doesn't shy away from action. So that's also the message here, right? If so much is coming in, telling you, giving you hints that you need to act upon this now, you need to do it now, why are you not doing it if who you want to be is at the other side of that, right? That's what they're saying. If you want to be the emperor, you need to do emperor shit. Oh my God, that is so good. If you want to be the emperor, you got to do emperor shit. Exactly. Not the King of Cups again. Doubling down on that Capricornian energy, doubling down on that, you have to make a choice, my friend. Make the choice. Break the chains. Oh, that makes me think of that song by Fleetwood Mac. The Chain. Interesting. And if you don't love me now, then you'll never love. I'm not a singer. I'm just, in my head, I hear it very, very nicely. So I'm like jamming to it, but obviously I'm not singing it to the capacity of that. But yeah, that's what that song says, right? If you don't love me now, then you'll never love me again. You'll never break the chain. Never break the chain. Oh my God. The fact that this Fleetwood Mac album is literally called Rumors. Stop. I'm playing the song, but I'm not playing it. I just want to see the lyrics. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can hear you saying you would never break the chain. Oof. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm getting a side message. Again, not for everybody, but you could be dealing with someone who's low-key a little bit arrogant. And they're like, their shadow side is being triggered by the fact that, no shit, bro. Their shadow side is being triggered. Sorry, I'm laughing. This is how I was laughing when I was pulling these cards yesterday, because the message was so clear. And I was like, okay, all right, that's funny. It's like I can see into this person's mind. They're like, that's not, there's no way it's this person, like them talking about you, right? My audience. There's no way it's this person because it makes no sense. And I don't think this is what I want in my life. And this and that and the other. Yet it is. What is that about? I don't want you to leave here thinking that you're not worthy of this, or that they feel like you're not worthy of them or something. It's not you. It's not even about you. But the fact that they're so triggered. They're so triggered by this offer of love. They're so triggered by this cup. I don't know why. I honestly don't know. I don't see it. I don't understand it. And they're not telling me either. This might be a very... They're arrogant, though. They're arrogant about it. It's almost like, oh, I don't need love to complete me. I don't need to put my heart on my sleeve. That's not who I am. That's not me. Everything's very logic, very clinical, very... Not, I don't want to say this, that they're not emotional. I think they're deeply emotional. If anything, their experiences in their life have actually pushed them to express more of their emotion, because they need to, especially if they're a Capricorn. There's so much Capricorn energy here, like boom, 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 back to back. But they're very emotionally triggered by love and connections. And it does, I think it definitely does come from abandonment wounds. Like, it's almost like they're projecting upon this connection, and even you, they're projecting it upon you, what other people have projected upon them in the past. And I think they're coming around to the fact that they are doing it already, like they're noticing it. But it feels like it's gonna be I think they are noticing it. Look at that. The same cards just keep coming. I like that, actually. That gives me, I like the confirmation, but I think they are working on it. It's that whole thing that I was talking about of, okay, the Ace of Cups triggers me, but why is it triggering me? They're trying to understand. They really are. But this life is not just about them, right? This connection, it takes two to tango in a way, right? So this connection is not just about them. I feel like, oh, now I want to cry, and I feel like, okay, that just confirmation for me that it's true. I'm feeling what you're feeling, where it's like, you're ready. You're ready. You are ready. And they are being given this opportunity to step up and show up for you and be who they're meant to be towards you, because it is both of you on this path together, right? It's time for the truth to be spoken, things to be hashed out, quite literally. Put your cards on the table. Pun intended. And that the song now makes sense too. Like, you're saying, if you don't love me now, then you'll never love me again. Like, they need to step up. And that's, I think, what the divine is also telling them. And it's not so much that, maybe both of you can never be in each other's lives in any degree or to any capacity in moving forward. But also maybe if they don't take this opportunity, if they refuse the cup that's being offered to them. And the beautiful thing about this is, it says you're not even offering it, not physically, but you're offering it. It's coming in divinely, because you've, as above, so below, as within, so without. You've achieved your 9th mile marker. And it feels like you're like in a buffering stage, right? Where are you? I actually am going to ask about you now, because I know where they are. I want to know where you are. Okay. Yes. Oh my God, I love this. Oh, you're not going to believe what's at the bottom of the freaking... Okay. This is where you are. I'm going to leave those cards there. Look at the bottom of the deck. Okay. The Tower again. Are you ready? Again, another refusal. Just blocked, blocked, blocked. Blocked, blocked, and blocked. From what? From this. For why? I don't know. Look at them. Look at them. They're so in their head about this. Oh my goodness. It's working against them now. I don't want to say their logic is working against, because that's not it. It's their stubbornness. Okay. This is you. Look at you. Actually, I saw it like this first. So, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, you're also at that point. But, the same way that this person was working on their divine masculine energy, so were you. You were working on your emotional divine masculine energy. It would make sense though, right? Because you are done with this energy. You've conquered it. You've triumphed with it, right? You've added this lesson to your arsenal, this next step. And that's why this cup is now being handed in. Like I said, you're doing this energetically, divinely, right? Divinely, you're signaling to this person. And you could honestly... You probably don't even know who this is. And if you do, This could be someone like from the past that's like you haven't spoken to in a long. I don't think you guys have been communicating at all. This kind of growth does not happen if you are communicating and being toxic while you're healing. No. This is happening while you're alone, where there's a lot of this. A lot of this is what brings about change, especially in this hard-headedness of a person. And probably you are the same. Honestly, that could also apply to you. You could be very hard-headed too when it comes to things. So yeah, this is you getting to this point of like alchemizing this energy, integrating this beautiful awareness, intuitiveness into your life. This is why this cup is now freed and kind of being, it's like you handing the baton over to them, because now it's their turn to show up to this point in the race, if you will, in the journey, right? And it's even there, like handing it over, bringing this forward, right? You are also where they're at, but you are choosing to move. You are choosing to jump, and they are not. They are not. There's a lot of melancholy. There's a lot of lamenting. There's a lot of crying over spilled milk, thinking of the past, what didn't work, what could have worked, what should have been, what shoulda, coulda, woulda, what, whatever that is. I can't think of the of the phrase now. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but didn't. Is that the phrase? Yeah. Exactly. This card, though, was in my last reading that I've posted. And the phrase about no man is the same when he enters, what no man, every time a man comes to a river, it's not the same river and it is not the same man. That tells me that it is about the fact that they need to realize that maybe if they fucked up this connection in the past, this new time around, that won't happen, right? What had happened before is in the past for a reason. You've grown from it, they've grown from it. It's time to turn it around and take life and opportunities as they come. And there's no need to overthink it. It feels like there's no need to overthink. Everything's good. Everything is so good. And it doesn't have to be good, like perfect every single day, but like in the grand scheme of things, in your day-to-day life, yes, there's trouble, there's this, there's that, there's stressors, there's work, there's friends, there's family to deal with, there's all of that, right? Chores, being an adult, it's hard, like, but in the grand scheme of things, even though they're complete and fulfilled, they yearn for that, or else it wouldn't be coming in. That's the other clue. That's the other part of it. It's like, if this wasn't meant for you, why would it be here, right? Why would this opportunity be here again? It's what the divine is trying to like drill into this person, but they're not getting it. But I'm sure they will. Okay. I think I'm done with tarot, and I think what I want to do is pull advice, or maybe a little bit. I want to be a little more nosy, because, you know, I'm nosy. That's why I read tarot. I like to know things. All right. I want to know I'm going to pull 2 cards. 1, for if they take this opportunity, what's the outcome? And 2, what's the outcome for this connection? Not just for you and them, but like for the connection if they don't take this opportunity. All right? Okay. So this side, they say yes to this. They accept the cup. They accept the information. They move accordingly. They start making emperor moves, okay? Oh, 2 cards, okay. And then on this side, if they want to just stay as that king of 1 card, if they want to stay as that king of pentacles. Interesting. Fork in the road. 13. Okay. And 9, which is Treasure Island. Wow. So if they say yes to this, right, the opportunity of it, the fork in the road is the choosing, is the lover's moment, is the 3 of Wands moment, the choice. You have the information, you've allowed this to come into your unconscious and conscious mind, and now you can make an informed decision. And if you choose yes, right, once you're on that fork in the road, Treasure Island is what awaits. The number 9 could be very significant for this connection. 999 could be a number that's significant for both of you. Also 444 and 888, by the way. I also want to see the year that this album was, the song that came up. Let me take a screenshot of that because I will forget. The screenshot of what year the album was released. 1977, and it was on February 4th. Yeah, the 4th, 4 is very significant. So 2/4/1977. Okay. Someone could be born in 1977, or 1977 could be someone's important year of some kind. Maybe someone's parents, or I don't know. Not 1974, 1977. Okay. And then if they say no, go the distance. Interesting. That I was seeing this like the imaginary kind of scenario that they gave me was a race. To me, it just says that they're taking the longer route to just come back to the same fork in the road. If they say no this time, this cycle comes back around. It does not mean that it comes back around with you. Okay, my friend? Maybe it doesn't, because I think you are someone, this collective feels like you're someone who, first of all, it's not that you can be like, oh no, I have options, so I don't need this person. It's not that. But deep down, you know the love that you deserve, the commitment that you deserve, and that you will be getting, and that you will have, and that you're working on, because you're working on that self-commitment and self-love with yourself. So obviously it's going to mirror back to you from the 3D, right? You know that's going to happen for you. You're not worried. And it's going to happen for this person too. Now, is it with you? They need to choose, is what it is. They need to choose. And if they don't choose to go this route with you, that's okay. They'll just take another lap around and then come to the same conclusion and the same kind of energy, and they'll have to address it when it's about someone else. But maybe they choose that someone else, or maybe it is you. I don't know, but that's... Ooh. Bottom of the deck, truth be told. Top of the deck, the Fates. Love this card. I love this card. Oh, and soulmates afterwards. Shut up. Okay. And then one more. I don't think I can show you. I'll show you the card that's at the bottom of the deck. Two of Pentacles. This is the Divine Sexual Tarot. So my readings are always 18 plus. Obviously, from this moment forward, it is 100% 18 plus. Like, don't stick around for this. I just want to see how they feel about you, because that Devil card coming out, it makes me think that there is like a tether between you two. There is a connection. They might feel it energetically. They might feel it sexually. They definitely feel it spiritually. I wouldn't be surprised if this person has dreams about you, or they show up in your dreams very vividly. And I saw a post yesterday about how if someone shows up in your dreams, like you see their face fully, which is rare to see in look at that. King of Cups. Okay, I can't show you that because there's boobies on there. But if you see someone in your dreams and you see their face, it's literally them visiting you. So if that has happened to you. This person has definitely visited you personally, and you probably do that to them too. 444 is significant because I just saw the timer again. All right, I want to see how they feel about you. What's coming up for them in the sacral kind of area, roots, sacral, that shadowy thing that the devil was trying to bring up. It's probably that's why it's triggered for them, because you're probably someone that's you to them are very attractive, and they are triggered by that somehow. What? 10 of Pentacles. When I tell you okay, I have to show you this, but I have to do it by covering a lot. Okay, this person is just, obviously they're naked under there. They have fruits all over them. Like 10 of Pentacles. And another 10 down here, by the way. 10 of Wands. Oh, God. Yeah, there's something very beautiful here about the sentiment of them telling you that you are enough, you're complete as you are, you're beautiful, you're delicious, you're everything that you need to be and more. Like, yeah, because I was kind of getting, myself was getting triggered before about like why they were so arrogant and like not accepting you as their divine counterpart or something. And it has nothing to do with you, really. It really doesn't. They really do like you. They see a future with you physically, because that's 3D, right? Pentacles. Physically, you're attractive. They also recognize that you're like blooming. It's like I get this energy of like the cornucopia, like a full, like, or I'm getting the image of the 9 of Pentacles, which is, you know, the single, ready to mingle in the garden, fulfilled, beautiful lady. Like, that's what I'm getting. And obviously gender, it's not a thing. You don't have to be a lady to embody that energy or have that energy. But you know what? I wasn't ready for these cards, but they kind of just flew. It was death. It was the 10 of Wands again, and then the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, I want to get one more card for how they're feeling about you. Justice. I can show you this one because she's not doing anything questionable. They do want to be fair. That makes sense. They want to have they want to find a happy medium here, something that works for both of you if they decide to go this route, right? What is she holding? I know she's holding scales, but I don't know what's on the scales. It looks like fruits as well. The sword having the snake wrapped around that makes me think of a Kundalini awakening. And ooh, that could be another trigger here. A Kundalini awakening that you both have had together in connection in the past, physically, if that has happened. And if not, this could be something that you could be looking forward to. A very intense awakening, and even furthering your awakening is really what I want to say. The letter A could also be significant. I also want to pinpoint that usually it depends on the tarot deck, but justice and strength could both be swapped out. Like sometimes one is 8, one is 11, and vice versa. In this deck, justice is 8, and I told you 8 was significant. So, okay. You come off to this person as someone who is very calm, cool, and collected. There's a magic about you that surrounds you, and it's obvious to them that you're magical and like like a fairy, because they look like a fairy to me. But there's something otherworldly about you that they can recognize instantly. Does it trigger them? I still don't get why there's triggers here. I mean, I get it. It's okay for your partner to trigger you. Actually, it comes with, it helps to grow, right? Some things you cannot do alone because, for example, if let's say you need to heal around being in a committed relationship with someone and having to work through problems and not just dip every time there's something's hard, right? You need to do that with someone else, and someone else needs to do it with you, and that you both decide, yes, we want to work, right? So it's okay that you trigger them, but it's interesting that things that are triggering to them, it's what I'm saying. It's like, why is your fairness and your whimsy triggering? It's probably because they need more of it. Okay. And whatever might trigger you about this person that's not a bad attribute might be what you need more of in your life. All right. Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles came out. With the Three of Wands at the bottom. No, actually this is the Three of Swords. Huh. This person is very, very big into literally worshiping the ground that you walk on. That's the type of person, that's the type of love that they give. They are not, and they don't do this with like a second agenda of like, oh, I give this much and then I receive this much. No, that's just who they are. That's just who they are. Which is probably why that they sometimes overthink who they're going to share this energy with, because I think they fall in love very intensely, very profoundly. They definitely do. And in doing so, they've been burned because of it. They've gone through very significant heartbreaks. And you could also be someone who can 100% play by play, like resonate with that. Like you and this person could probably sit down, have a talk, and be like, I've also been through that. Like, yes, that too, and yes, that too, and you know, you have so much in common. You can understand them if only they actually talk this out with you. That's the thing there, right? Talking things out, hashing it out, but that can't happen until they come forward, and that can't happen until they integrate their stuff that they need to integrate and understand themselves, right? You can't, it's like the whole thing of, can't really teach someone something or discuss something unless you yourself know it first. They want to be prepared for this conversation. They want to be ready because they also respect you enough to feel like they should be ready for this conversation. It's not just on a whim, a DM that says, hey, no, it's not gonna come in like that. This is solid, and they know it. It's endgame stuff, right? It's, again, end of a journey shit. Like 10 miles, starting mile number 9. Are you ready? Like, that's the kind of energy that's coming in, and it's triggering. But I think it's meant to be. It's, if it didn't trigger, it wouldn't be producing results, right? So, okay. Thank you so much for hearing me talk for almost an hour. I hope that this resonated. I hope it helps or just gives clarity, or probably a lot of confirmation for whoever's experiencing this in the collective. Much love to whoever this was, and to whoever's at the other end of their receiving messages as well. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.